Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making Keroppi Macarons. Keroppi is a Sanrio character. He's an adorable little frog and he's best friends with Hello Kitty. So yeah, let's get started. The ingredients you'll need will be 3 egg whites. A little tip about the egg whites is leave out your egg whites for at least 30 minutes so that it could get to room temperature. This will help you make a better meringue. A 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1 1/2 cups of powdered sugar, and 1 cup of almond meal or almond flour. Today I am using almond flour. First, using a stand mixer or an electric hand mixer, take your 3 egg whites, pour that in, and beat that until the egg whites are white and frothy. Now we're going to be gradually adding our white sugar. So just pour in a little bit of sugar at a time and then mix it up and then add a little bit more and mix it up again and continue doing that until all the sugar is used. And then just keep beating your meringue on a medium-high speed until you reach stiff peaks. You know you've reached stiff peaks when your meringue looks something like this. So now in a large separate bowl, I am sifting my almond flour. You may end up with some little almond specks at the bottom of your sifter. That's okay, you could just throw that away. Now into the same bowl, I am sifting the powdered sugar. Now I'm just taking a spatula and I'm just blending together the dry ingredients. So now I just took my meringue and added all of it to the dry ingredients bowl, and now I'm just taking my spatula and I'm folding the meringue into the dry ingredients, and you want to fold it 50 to 60 times. You do not want to overmix this batter because that could completely ruin the cookies once they bake in the oven. So I just separated my batter into 2 separate bowls. One bowl is going to be dyed green and the other bowl is going to be dyed white. Make sure you put a little bit more batter into the bowl that's going to be dyed green because we need a little bit more green batter than we do white batter. So first I'm starting with the green bowl and I put some dye and we're just going to be dyeing this a very light green. And now I'm just folding in the color. And what I'm doing here is a technique that I believe is called macaronage. And what I'm doing is I'm spreading the batter out to all the sides of the bowls and then I just fold it in. This is a great way to quickly mix in the dyes without ruining your batter. And now I'm taking the other bowl that had less batter in it and I'm dyeing it white. We want to make this a really bright white because this is going to be his eyes. So I'm just using that same macaronage technique and I'm mixing the dye into the batter. And now I just found this template on Google. This was really the best template I could find. There wasn't many on Google, but I'm just going to be doing every other template picture because I think they're just spaced too close to each other. So another little tip that I learned is that you want to double up on the baking trays because this helps the macarons create their signature feet, and the feet is that crusty part that goes around the macaron, and it just helps it bake better in general. So here I just have my setup and I just have some parchment paper and I have my template under the parchment. So now I just put my batter into 2 piping bags and I'm not using any fancy tips or anything, just snip off a little hole in the piping bag. So now I'm just taking my piping bags and I'm piping Keroppi's face using the template to help me, and like I said, I'm doing every other face template because they're just way too close together, and also I had to pick up the parchment carefully and move the template over so I can make more cookies. And And don't forget to make backs for your cookies. So for the backs, I just did regular green circles because no one's really seen the back, so why put in the effort to make more Keroppi faces when you don't have to? Now just leave these to sit for about 20 to 30 minutes so that it can form a coating over the top. And you know it's formed a coating when you can lightly touch the macaron and you won't have any batter on your finger. Also, don't forget to bang the tray on the counter a couple of times to let out any extra air bubbles. And finally, once you've done all of that, you can bake your macarons at 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. Once you've let your macarons cool, it's now time to decorate. So I'm just taking a bottom shell and I'm filling my macarons with my favorite macaron filling, which is Nutella. I love Nutella so much. So I'm just putting some of that inside my macarons, and then you just sandwich the two cookies together. Now it's time to make Keroppi's face, so I'm just taking an edible black marker and I'm drawing on his eyes and his mouth. His eyes are just two black dots, and then his mouth is just two straight lines forming a pointed shape, I guess. And finally, I'm just taking some pink luster dust and a paintbrush, and I'm just putting on two little blushies onto his face. And these are our beautiful finished Keroppi macarons. I'm so happy with how this turned out. It's so adorable. And just in general of how the cookies themselves look, I think this is the best macarons I've ever made, and I'm so proud of myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe because I post every Tuesday, and comment down below any questions or suggestions for what I should bake next. And my social medias are in the description, so go follow me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!